Have you ever wondered why, in rare moments of stillness, you feel an immense presence within you? A presence that is not ego, not pride, not even identity, but something ancient, infinite, and tender? Ibn Arabi, the great Sufi mystic and metaphysician, would tell you that presence is not you. That presence is God, loving himself through the mirror of your soul. This is not poetry. This is a metaphysical truth that shatters the illusion of separation between the self and the divine. To understand Ibn Arabi is to walk into a hall of infinite mirrors, where each reflection is not a distortion of the real, but a unique expression of it. And you, your being, your breath, your essence, you are one of those mirrors. Ibn Arabi's metaphysics begins with a singular, revolutionary premise. There is only one being, not many, not fragmented entities floating in a universe of strangers, just one. Existence itself is singular, and everything that appears to be separate, different, distant, is merely a different face of the same being. This being, this ultimate reality, is what we call God, but not the limited God of fear, rituals and dogma. The true God, the absolute, the necessary being whose only nature is to exist, to know, and to love. And the mystery, Ibn Arabi says, is that this being knows itself through you, through me, through every speck of dust and every breath in creation. But here's the key. God does not know himself as something far away, like an artist looking at a finished painting. God knows himself through the painting, through the colors, through the brushstrokes. Through every flicker of creation, God sees himself reflected. And in the most intimate, most mysterious way, you, your heart, your longing, your pain, are one of those reflections. Ibn Arabi calls this the self-disclosure of God. The divine revealing himself, not to another, but to himself. And he does this through you. You are not separate from the divine. You are a window through which the divine observes itself, contemplates itself, and yes, loves itself. Now pause. Take this in. This means that when you feel joy, it is not just your joy, it is the joy of the absolute recognizing itself in form. When you feel awe, that wonder does not arise from your small personal self. It is being encountering itself in a new configuration. And when you love, truly love, it is not you who loves, but God loving himself through you. Your love, your tears, your surrender, they are not yours alone. They are waves in the ocean of divine self-reflection. But this isn't narcissism. This isn't ego. Because the ego says, I am God, while Ibn Arabi says, only God is. And in that, there is complete humility. The self becomes a mirror, not a king. A reflection, not a rival. You are not here to dominate or possess existence. You are here to remember that existence is flowing through you like light through stained glass. And your colors, your uniqueness, your stories, they are all valid. Not because they are yours, but because they are God's way of knowing what it's like to be you. This is the heart of Ibn Arabi's insight. Every soul is a locus of divine self-discovery. When you laugh, God discovers laughter. When you suffer, God experiences compassion through you, not as an observer, but as the inner core of your being. This is why Ibn Arabi says that every being is a face of God turned toward himself. Not just humans, every grain of sand, every bird, every silence. The entire cosmos is the divine reflecting upon himself from an infinite number of angles. You are not outside of God, looking up. You are inside the gaze. You are the mirror. So, what is the purpose of life in this view? Not to perform rituals hoping for approval, not to climb a ladder towards some distant heaven. The purpose is remembrance. Dhikr. Not just reciting God's names, but realizing that everything you are, everything you do is a name of God in motion. You are a divine attribute unfolding itself in time. One person may be the unfolding of mercy, another, the unfolding of majesty, another, the unfolding of wisdom. And you, perhaps you are the unfolding of longing, of yearning, of the passionate desire to return to what you never truly left. But then what about evil? What about suffering? If all is God, are these not also God? Here Ibn Arabi challenges us to expand our perspective. He says, there is nothing that exists outside the will of God, and yet the will is not separate from the good. But the good is not always what we understand, because we see only from our limited angle. A storm destroys a village, and we call it tragedy. But from the ocean's perspective, it is balance. From the planet's view, it is renewal. And from the divine, it is another angle of seeing, knowing, remembering. God does not hate the storm. God is the storm, but also the rebuilding, also the grief, also the hand that reaches out in compassion. Every level is God seeing himself more clearly. And in that infinite vision, nothing is wasted, not even your pain. Your heartbreak, a reflection of divine longing. Your fear, a stage for divine courage. Your despair, a door to divine intimacy. When you cry out, why, me? The echo is, so I may know myself as you. And if you can grasp this, not intellectually but in your bones, then something extraordinary happens. You stop trying to be someone else. You stop comparing your reflection to another's. Because you realize your unique face, your unique form is not a mistake. It is an intentional self-portrait by the divine. And in that, you can finally relax. You can finally breathe. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be true. Self-acceptance, in Ibn Arabi's thought, is not ego. It is remembrance. To accept yourself is to honor the form that God chose to appear in, through you. And to honor others is to recognize that they too are divine reflections. The person who angers you, annoys you, even harms you, they too are mirrors, revealing parts of the infinite you have not yet integrated. This is not to excuse injustice. Ibn Arabi never said all actions are equal, but he did say, all beings are sacred, even those whose actions you must resist. Because the mirror does not only reflect what is pleasant, it reflects what is real. And growth means learning to see God even in your enemies, not to be passive, but to see more deeply. Ibn Arabi said that the complete human is the one in whom all the names of God become visible, not just mercy, not just beauty, but rigor, majesty, fire, and silence. You're not here to be one flavor of God. You're here to be a prism through which all attributes shine. And the more you remember this, the more whole you become. Not perfect, whole. The cracks remain. The wounds remain. But they are not flaws. They are windows. And now we return to the beginning. When God loves himself through you, it means that your life, exactly as it is sacred. Your laughter, your sorrow, your confusion, they are all chapters in the divine book of knowing. You are not behind in life. You are not lost. You are a verse unfolding in time. The fact that you are even capable of hearing these words, of feeling their truth deep inside you, means you are already remembering. The veil is already thinning. The mirror is already turning toward the light. Ibn Arabi does not ask you to believe. He asks you to see everything as God, not as a belief system, but as an experience. When you touch the hand of a child, feel God. When you look at the sky, feel God. When you touch your own heart in silence, feel God. And when you doubt, when you fall, when you break, remember, God is loving himself through even that, especially that. Because in your most fragile moments, the reflection is most clear. You are not the final destination. You are the sacred path itself. So walk gently, speak honestly, love without fear. And when you look into the mirror, do not ask, "Who am I?" Ask, "Who is God becoming through me?" For that is the secret Ibn Arabi gave us, and it is enough to transform everything.